All right, about ready to get going on Skip Barber's at New Hampshire. On pole, Christian Perez. Outside him, Dennis Johansson. Engines are revving, and we are green. As always, a lot of revs and then a slow getaway in the Skip Barber. So down into turn one. Watching, make sure everyone keeps it clean. Perez holds on to that position. Behind him, Drunky in the 4, trying to get a run on Dennis Johansson as they enter the turn to go on to the hill off the backstretch. So top spot's clean so far. Perez holding the same distance. We got a decent battle here. This is for the 8th and 9th spot. As they work their way back up over the hill and then down back onto the backstretch. So Perez out to a half-second lead now over Johansson. Dronky in the 4 car. Kabanka in the 2 is about a second back from that. And this field has got itself single file. Easy to do when you have to go over that hill off the backstretch. Closest battle on track, and we got one around. Johansson spins in front of the entire field, going backwards down the backstretch. He keeps it steady, doesn't roll across anyone, and it looks like everyone's going to get through. The 2 car, Christian Kabanka, almost got into that. He had to do a major save, slide to the inside. And it looks like Johansson is going again. So, closest battle right now for the top 10 positions is going to be this battle for 6th place. Leandro Euler and James Roth Jones in the 16. And this is the battle for 6th and getting close to being the battle for 5th with Steve Johnson in that blue and black car. Looking for other close battles on the track. It looks like a decent one back here for the 13th position. Lots of cars going in all different directions up here. We got a pass. Looks like Dronky might have had an issue. Let's take a quick look at this. He gets loose out of that corner. Down to the grass. Keeps it off the inside wall. Loses quite a few positions. He's going to be trying to work to get his way back up to that 2nd spot. Hitting some cones over the hill. They'll get back onto the oval. We got a, I don't know, someone locked up their tires or what the smoke was from. Looks like Kabanka might have had an issue there. Pattison right on his tail. Now looking on the inside into NASCAR 1 and 2. Everyone's been having trouble getting off of this corner. Lots of speed through there, holding about 90 miles an hour all the way through there. Kabanka looking on the inside, turning to the outside for this corner to go out the backstretch wall. Coming up over and then down the hill into this long left-hander. This battle is 3.5 seconds off the lead. You can see the leader just going up over the hill there. And they are working their way back onto that backstretch. So this gap lengthens out a bit. Next on our list of close races, Young Park in the 6. He's got some front end damage. It's falling back to Tanner McLeod in the 3. who drives off the road just a bit there. This battle heating up now for the 9th spot. We're working on lap 5 of 21, a fairly long race. Big dive into the corner, overshoots it, the cutback by the number 17, and he will hold on to that position. So, Zerd Blanco could not make that stick. He does have a little front wing damage, it looks like. We'll go back up to this battle for 7th. Right now, the closest one on track. Young Park holding same distance that we saw last time. We'll see if they can keep all 4 on the track or if we pick up a little more dirt this time around. Got a decent run off of that corner. Goes out a little wide as Park tries to hold the inside more. That's going to hurt his speed down the straightaway side by side in the NASCAR 1 and 2. Tanner McClough looking to get past there, but can't hold the speed through the bottom line. Park now has the inside. Does he overshoot it? He overshoots it, locks it up, spins it. And now he's going to be battling to get back going before he loses too many more spots. Down to 9th now. Looks like Blanco got past the 17, who is now having even more issues. All right, so we'll just keep an eye on this little battle here. Lots of cars all stacked up on top of each other. Young Park in the 6 trying to recover. Blanco pulling away from that mess. And now we got 3 wide. The 17 entering the pits. He's got some wing damage and might have some wheel damage. So, might have been something we missed that caused that damage, a spin or contact with another car or the wall. Now the battle for 11th. Christopher Tora in the 12. Behind him, Tyler Frederick in the 9. A little bit of wing damage on the 12. Up ahead of them, we've got Munoz and Park going at it for the 9th spot. They come back up over the hill. Onto the straightaway, and it looks like Park always has a decent run through that area. So, back up front, your leader, Perez, now out to a 4.666 lead over Ewan Pattinson. And Christian Gabanka still in 3rd spot after losing that spot to him. Carl Dronke recovering a bit from his error earlier. And Dennis Johansson, who we saw spin early on in the race, has retired that car. In the 5th spot, Steven Johnson in the 15 car. Behind him, James Roth-Jones and Tanner McClough in 7th. Zerd Blanco in 8th. Young Park in 6th, getting pressure from Juan Munoz. And Christopher Tora behind those two. So, nose damage cannot be helping that 6 car. They work their way back onto the backstretch, crossed it, and into the infield road course portion through 3 and 4. Battle tightening up now for that 2nd spot as we work our way through lap 9 down the backstretch. Kabanka looking to put a little pressure on, hope for a mistake out of the 7 car. nearly getting onto the gearbox. Come through the left-hander on the backstretch and work their way back up over the hill, holding steady at 0.266 seconds between them. Just a car length between them. Stretching it out just a little bit there. Does Pattison. So that time around, these two are doing 109.0s, dead even on times. Behind them, though, is a 108.785 out of Dronky. And he is running faster than the leader. Well, exactly as fast as the leader, actually. So he's going to be catching these two and going to want to make some quick work of that. Although I don't think he has a shot at making up 5.2 seconds that the leader has over second place right now. And that's only going to grow bigger as these two battle for position, with Dronky coming in to make it a 3-car battle for that P2. So across the backstretch, into the final turns. The 2-car Kabanka slightly closer this time, gets a decent run through the final turn onto the front stretch. Now getting lots of draft, looking inside, and looks like Dronky had an issue. Wanted to catch that real quick. Easy pass through 1 and 2. Is he going to make it stick now? They make it through there cleanly and smooth. And the 4-car now has to repass Steven Johnson after his mistake that we did not see. So 5.5 seconds to the lead from these two. Looks like Kabanka slowly pulling away. Let's take a look at this battle for the 4th spot once again. Actually, got a really close one here. Let's keep our eye on the back of the pack. Quite damaged number 10 of Lindro Euler and Roll Alonso de Lura. He is closing in on for that 14th spot, but losing a little ground through the straightaway. Battle for second heating up once again. It's Pattinson working on Kabanka, trying to regain that second spot. Just a little slower through this section. And then has the draft all the way through. Following right in the tire tracks as they go through 1 and 2. About 90, 95 miles an hour. Down the backstretch into the braking zone. They're going to stay driving in the same lines. And then up over the hill. Not a whole lot you can do with this banked corner here. You can try to go inside, but it's just going to compromise you through the rest of this section. They'll go over the hill again, down to cross the backstretch. Slightly closer, but an error by Pattinson. It's going to open that gap back up. Once again, Dronke has gotten past Johnson. He's now 5.2 seconds back with 7 or 8 laps to go. Let's get that switched over. 8 laps to go. So, I don't know if he'll be able to catch the battle for second. He's quicker than him, but he's made quite a few mistakes so far this race. Once again, Pattinson closes in outside the backstretch, really on his tail up over the hill. Gonna swing out a little wider. Try to get a decent exit through this section. He's been pushing wide through here, and that's been hurting him down the straightaway. Fairly even right now. Getting the Giraffe now, a couple miles an hour quicker, but now they enter 1 and 2. And got 1 mile an hour quicker. He's gaining on him, but nothing he can do. Can't throw it on the inside there. Just looking to force a mistake from the 2 car. So now the gap to the lead has opened up to a 6.2 second lead now. Dronke is 5.8 seconds back from this battle, and these guys are getting slightly quicker, so he will not be able to catch this battle unless they start going side by side in some key sections. Right now, though, little run, but he had to check up a bit through 1 and 2. He's going to peek to the inside, but nothing he can do from that far back. Little wider through the left-hander. Back up the hill. Slightly quicker. Looks like he's being able to get it to turn a little sharper through those sections. And 2-car, Kavanka, goes a little wide there. A little wide again, but nowhere the 7 of Ewan Pattinson can go. We're now down to 5 laps to go. And looks like Perez is in lap traffic. He's lost a second. He's got a lot of room to work with just to be safe through the lappers, but these 2 don't. And lap traffic's going to come into play in this battle. So, the 19 car, Joe Chivone, he's going to be a factor in this battle for second unless he moves out of the way. We'll see where they catch him at. 2-car again, a little wide through the exit, but doesn't lose a whole lot. Now a massive run down that straightaway for Pattinson. He's going to look to the inside, out of 2. It's a little loose, That's going to set him up for the outside. And he's going to cut it back to get the inside for the next corner. He's going by, taking the second spot. But, working his way back, Kabaka's going to now, no, he's not going to be able to get it. It looked like they were side by side, but he lets off. Now we got to get around this lap car, and they're catching him in one of the worst spots you could possibly catch him at. So Chavone looks to stay outside, lets them through, and that was good driving, knowing that he was by himself. These two had a lot to lose if they had to race and try to get past him. So 3 to go, 7 seconds out in front of the battle we've been watching. Christian Perez in the 8 car continues to pull away. Pattinson trying to stretch out this lead so that he can finish with the battle that he's been having almost all race long with Kabaka. 4.6 seconds behind them. Carl Dronke has got Steven Johnson on his tail, and they are now catching Chavone in the 19. See if he pulls over in the same spot for this battle. He doesn't, so it looks like it might come down to the straightaway where he'll get out of the way. Not really getting in the way too much right now. We'll see where he decides to place that car. He stays in the racing line and now does pull to the inside. Two to go now. Battle for the second spot. Kavanka closing back in on Pattinson. Pattinson a little wide, opens up the door for Kabanka. Side by side off the corner. Kabanka is going to fight to the outside. Haven't seen too much too wide through there. Pattinson pushes up, gets on the dirt a little bit. They get sideways. Kabanka has to go to the grass. Might have got a corner cutting for that. If he didn't, he's extremely lucky. Take a look and see. Yep, it looks like he is slowing down. Maybe. Might have been able to do it just in a braking zone, and I think Pattinson also kind of gave him a break there. But, final lap. 2 seconds back now is the 4th and 5th place car. And Steven Johnson looking underneath Dronke. Dronke's had some issues off of this corner earlier in the race. Looks like he's stable through that. Kabanka slowly protecting that inside line off the backstretch. Pattinson looking for a way by. Thinks about the inside. Goes to the outside. Kavanka holds on to that spot right now, but they're almost too wide up over the hill. They're going to work their way down, across the backstretch. Final lap, not a whole lot of other places you can make a move. We're going to see what happens here with the 7 car. Pattinson trying to cut to the inside. He's got a better run off the corner, cuts to the inside, and just not going to have the run to get it. So, great battle for 2nd. Dronke holds on to 4th. Steven Johnson 5th. Christian Perez was so far out in the lead. He won the thing by 9.7 seconds. And, yeah, great battle there. Let's see if we can get a look at that. We're going to go... and try to get a roll bar camera. for this final lap. So this is on the roll bar of Pattinson. It's a decent run off of that corner. Very late braking in there. Has to almost second guess his braking. Tries to look to the inside here. Kabanka went for the block. Kind of slowed him out of that corner. Pattinson tries to do a cut down crossover, but it's so hard. There's little room back here. Looking to the outside over the hill to maybe think about inside here. Backs it off early. That's going to help him get a run out of this corner, but once again, you're just edge to edge here, so nowhere to throw it. A little loose by Kabanka. Great run down this corner. Almost gets him, and that was a good one, worth watching for that second place battle. Final gap between them, 0.057. So, great racing. Not a whole lot of incidents. We had 19 cars finish and 2 of them a lap down. So, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the like button. It's fun to try something different, announcing a road course. So, thanks for watching.